Good morning, everyone. It's a Friday morning at 11 o'clock. We're going to today study together Dao De Jing chapter 11. Chapter 11 is a relatively short chapter. I'll read you the Chinese version of Dao De Jing, the chapter 11, and we'll go through, as always, sentence by sentence. I will say you'll probably find the meaning of it once we explain what the Chinese words mean. The meaning in this chapter is pretty straightforward. Chapter 11. 30幅同一股，当其无，有车之用。山直以为器，当其无，有器之用。凿户牖以为室，当其无，有室之用。故有之以为利，无之以为用。The first sentence is 30幅同一股。30 is 30. 幅 is the spoke in a wheel. So I found a good picture of the ancient Chinese carriage. So especially I found one that shows the wheel very clearly. So it's easy for us to understand here what Lao Tzu is talking about. So the fu are the rods, the spokes that connects the center part of the wheel with the outer part. 同一股 means they all connected to the same center, the hub. 股 means hub. 当其无 it means that for the hub, for the whole wheel to serve the purpose of being a wheel, the hub, the center of the hub needs to be empty. Because only that when it's empty, we cannot see it in this picture, but we all know, we ride bikes and we've probably seen other pictures of a carriage. There's axle that goes through the wheel and then connects to the other, I'm trying to poke the other side, the other wheel. And because of this connection, that's when the wheel can move together, and that's how the carriage can serve its function. That's what Lao Tzu means, 当其无. We've talked about in actually Dao De Jing chapter 1, we talk a lot about yu and wu. Yu means existence, beingness. Things we can see, feel, sense, or even things we can't, but exists, like waves. And 当其无, and the word wu means emptiness, nothingness. Here, Lao Tzu talk about the reason that the wheel can work. It's because there is an empty part in the middle of the hub, so that the wheel can serve its function. This is the first example that Lao Tzu gave us. Let's see the second sentence. It's the second example. Second sentence is 山直以为器. 山直 means using soil and mud to make pottery. 当其无 means, again, 无. For example, let's pretend this is a pottery. I mean, it basically anything that can be an instrument or vessel that we need it for a purpose. It's because that there's emptiness space in, let's say, this bowl. 当其无, so this means because of the empty space. 有器之用 means then we can use it for as a vessel, as a bowl, either to hold whether it's water or grain or for other functions. So this sentence gave us another example of the beingness and the emptiness working together. That's how it can serve its function. The next sentence is the third example Lao Tzu gave us. 凿户有以为室. Zao means you use a chisel, you carve out something. And 户有 means door and window, and can generally referring to a house that people can live in. Over 2,000 years ago, a lot of Chinese living in the central part of China, and the geology of central part of China, a lot of people actually, instead of building house with wood, people actually carve house into the earth. So they're actually carved out like a cave, and they carve out the door, carve out the window, and carve out the space inside, and to make it into a house. Here, that's what Lao Tzu means. 凿户有以为室. 室 means the house we can live in. 当其无. Now we're familiar with 当其无 because there's emptiness inside. 有室之用. So we can use it as a house. So Lao Tzu gave us these three examples. Why? We often, when we look at things, when we make things, for example, when we look at this bowl, we often focusing on the you side of it, the existing part, the part we can see. And when you see the bowl, okay, so what's it made and the shape, we often ignore or not paying enough attention or giving enough importance to the empty part of a vessel or a house. However, it's both together. Also, you can say the wu side is just as important as the you side. Without the space in the house, we would not be able to get in and live in there. Without the space in the bowl, we can't put anything in there. So it's the yin and yang. Everything with the yin and yang are working together. That's why Lao Tzu summarize it in the last sentence. The last sentence is 故 so 有之以为利，无之以为用. It means all of the things, the existence, the you we've talked about, they are beneficial to us. We need a house, we need a bowl, we need a mug. They are all because they're useful to us. 以为利, they serve a purpose for us. However, because 无之以为用, because the emptiness in them, that's why they can serve the purpose. When Lao Tzu gave us the 3 examples, let's think about it. It's pretty, I mean, even when we talk about, for example, our human body, we can find a lot of examples of these Yu and Wu together serving its purpose. I mean, even let's start from head down. I mean, our skull has the emptiness space inside. That's why our brain can be in it. And the skull can serve the function of protecting our brain, right? And our lungs, the tube that connects with our nose to our lungs, suddenly the word is escaping me, because it's empty. That's why it could serve the function, right, of our respiratory system. Air can come in and out. And our chest is empty. So we can have our lungs, our hearts in there, our belly, so we can hold our organs in there. Even our bones is empty in the middle, so it can have our bone marrow and nerves. And also, when we're talking about relating to our mind, oftentimes we more focusing on, when a thought comes, we're focusing on the thoughts. So in a way, that's focusing on the you. However, we often not paying attention, not giving enough importance to the Wu side of our mind, is to keep our mind clear. I don't know if you had that, have you experienced that before? Oftentimes, when you're trying to think of something, when you're going to come up with a solution, and then you think and just kind of couldn't really make up, things are not clear to you. It's like the more you think, there seems to be, you're turning this thing, it's becoming more a mess. Oftentimes, you're like, okay, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to go take a shower, or go out for a walk, or do something else. And oftentimes, because if you gave it a space, you paused it, and a lot of sometimes good idea come up at that time. So a lot of scientists, and they actually had their moment of discovery or clarity. Oftentimes, when they were during that break, that's when they got their breakthrough. So that's important. Is like to using our mind, we also need to realize that the nothingness part of it also serves a very important function. We need to allow our mind to have time to be clear. When a thought comes, and we need to use it, we use it. And after it's served its purpose, we let it go. Oftentimes we have the habit of chasing our thoughts. One thought leads to another, leads to another, leads to another, and our heads wander. So, which is okay. That's our habit. Everybody does that. That's why meditation or mindfulness practice are very useful. It keeps just whenever you notice your mind wander, just say, "Oh, my mind wandered. I'm coming back." Again, my mind wandered. I'm coming back. Keep practicing this. You increase your, Chinese will say, 定力. 定力means your ability, your power to stay strong. So not wandering, your mind won't be wandering. You get into this new habit. So this is a short chapter. That's chapter 11. Thank you everyone for watching. next week, we'll continue on to Dao De Jing chapter 12. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.